Once a year at midnight, an abandoned rail line screams to life. This year I set up cameras. They recorded something impossible. Passengers mouthing my name. Old County Line hasn't carried freight since my dad was a kid. The weeds took the ties took the rust. But every year on the same night, no one agrees which calendar, only that its cold people swear they hear a whistle slide down the valley and feel a wind that has no business on a still night. Dad called it the Phantom. Good-natured, like a prank that overperforms. When he got sick, he asked me for one favor. Go listen for it. Tell me what you hear. So I took the things he loved. A thermos, a wool cap that earned its age, and a stubborn streak. I brought my things too. 3 trail cams, 1 old high 8 camcorder that still eats tapes, a handheld digital with night mode. I set them along the right-of-way where the line crosses Hogan Creek 1 facing up track. 1 down, 1 at the bridge. At 11:53 p.m., the air went tight, like a room just before you say something true. At 11:58, my breath smoked and stayed. At 12 o'clock, not a second off the whistle came. Not nostalgic, not a movie sound. A warning, the length of the valley, pitched to make bone listen. Wind pushed past me, the sort that goes with speed, and I smelled hot metal and something sweet like spilled fruit, the ghost of a freight car that used to carry oranges. Lights. Low, then higher. The rails lit, as if electricity remembered a path. The vibration came up through the earth into my boot soles. I stepped back without choosing to. The train rushed past, a shape more felt than seen, windows lit in warm rectangles. In each rectangle, faces, not skullish, not melting, just faces, lit like people sitting in a diner at midnight. They watched the dark with a patient worry. Then a woman turned and looked at me. She mouthed something. My name. Evan, I shouted. She didn't hear me, and I don't know why I thought that would help. The bridge groaned like a violin. The train blurred across and receded. The whistle fell away. The air softened. The rails went black, like a trick explained. I stood there laughing the way you laugh when you want to cry. Then I remembered the cameras. Back home, I played the tapes for Dad. The trail cams showed nothing, just my breath. Then my silhouette being shoved by wind. Then me pointing like a lunatic. The high 8 tape fuzzed with a traveling white bar like old broadcast interference, but through it, frame by dirty frame, were windows. Faces. In one frame, the woman at the window formed my name, the V clear. Dad squeezed my wrist. That's your mother's coat, he whispered. She died when I was 7, and the coat of green thing with wood buttons lives in one sharp memory. Her shrugging it on to check the mail. I told myself he was wrong. He nodded like men nod when they let you lie. The third camera by the bridge captured something the others didn't. When the train passed, the creek flowed backward for 3 seconds, like time untied its shoes. On the audio, under the whistle, under the wind, a jumble of voices said the same 3 words out of sync, right on time. I went back the next night because curiosity is a commuter. Midnight came and nothing happened. I returned the next year with better gear and again watched the valley hold its breath and exhale an hour later, bored. It isn't a trick you can schedule. It's an appointment kept by something that doesn't need your calendar. Dad died in spring. We buried him with the cap and the thermos because some props deserve the last scene. On his nightstand, in his neat block print, he'd left a note. Right on time. I put it in my wallet next to my license, as if timing requires identification. Now, some winters, I go to the bridge and don't bring cameras. I bring a cup and pour coffee into the cold while the rails remember. If the windows appear, I try not to blink. Sometimes they do. And I see faces I love and ones I don't know yet, all of them looking out like travelers who trust the driver. If you ever hear it, don't chase. Stand still. Let the wind have your coat. And if someone mouths your name from a century away, don't ask why. Just mouth it back. That's how schedules work in places that keep better time than we do. Like and follow for more files.